All right, so today we're going deep, really deep.
Woo! Sounds intense.
It is, kind of.
Okay, I'm ready.
We're taking on Kierkegaard.
Kierkegaard. All right, you're speaking my language.
Practice in Christianity, specifically. Have you read it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's a bit of a challenge, isn't it?
It is, and that's why we're doing a deep dive on it today.
Love it.
This book, it's not your typical light reading.
Definitely not.
It really makes you think about, what it actually means to live out your faith.
Not just, talk about it, right?
Exactly. It's about action.
Walking the walk.
Walking the walk, yes. And what's really interesting is that he published this, under a secret name.
A pseudonym, right. Anticlimacus.
Anticlimacus, yeah. I mean, why do you think he did that?
Well, I think these ideas were pretty radical for the time.
They were.
And maybe he didn't want to, ruffle too many feathers.
Makes you think he was maybe a little, I don't know, a little afraid of the backlash?
It's possible. Or maybe he just wanted the ideas to speak for themselves.
To stand on their own, yeah.
Without the baggage of his own name attached.
Right. So the book itself is, structured really uniquely.
It does.
It's three, almost like sermons.
Discourses, yeah.
Discourses, right. And they have these titles that, I don't know, they just draw you in.
They're very evocative.
They are. So the first one is, "Come here, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." The second one, "Blessed is he who is not offended in me."
Okay.
And lastly, "From on high, he will draw all men unto himself."
Wow, just those titles alone. I mean, they're packed with meaning.
They are. So let's jump into that first one.
Okay.
"Come here, all you who labor and are heavy laden." I mean, just that phrase, "labored and are heavy laden," what does that make you think of?
Well, it definitely evokes a sense of, burden, right?
Yeah, like a weight.
Struggling, searching.
Exactly. And then he offers this promise of rest.
Right. And this really gets at the core of what Kierkegaard is trying to say.
Okay, so tell me more about that.
So he's arguing that Christianity, it's not just about, having the right beliefs.
Like a checklist.
Yeah, like a checklist. It's about putting those beliefs into action.
Okay, I like that.
It's a practice.
A practice.
Yeah, like anything else you want to get good at.
So not just going to church on Sunday.
Exactly. It's about how you live your life every single day.
It's about how you live your life? That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you so far. But then we get to that second discourse.
Blessed is he who is not offended in me, right?
Yes. Blessed is he who is not offended in me. Okay, so now I'm a little confused.
Yeah.
Why would someone be offended by Christ's message? I mean, it's supposed to be about love, forgiveness, right?
But that's the thing about Kierkegaard. He loves to dig into the paradox. Yeah. So he's saying that Christ's teachings, they are about love, absolutely, but they can be radical.
Radical.
Yeah, they challenge the way things are, the status quo.
Right.
And that can be really uncomfortable for people.
Uncomfortable how?
Well, think about it. Following Christ might mean, going against what's popular, what's accepted.
Right, like swimming upstream.
Exactly. It might mean standing up for what you believe in, even when it's hard.
Even when people disagree with you or even persecute you.
Exactly.
I was reading a part of the book where he talks about this narrow path.
Oh, yeah. That's a powerful image.
It is. It's like walking a tightrope.
Yeah.
And you can fall off on either side.
Right.
You can conform to the world.
Right.
Or you can become so focused on your own, I don't know, your own piety that you lose sight of the real point.
The love, the compassion.
Yes, you miss the forest for the trees.
Exactly. And that's classic Kierkegaard. He's always pushing us to think deeper,
To wrestle with these tough questions.
Exactly.
And this leads us into that third discourse.
From on high, he will draw all men unto himself.
Yes. From on high, he will draw all men unto himself. Okay, so now I'm really curious.
Yeah.
How does this idea of being offended, of suffering, how does that connect to this universal invitation?
Right. It seems like a contradiction, doesn't it?
It does.
But that's Kierkegaard for you.
He likes to keep us on our toes.
He does.
Yeah.
So he's saying that even though there's a cost to discipleship, even though it might be hard, even painful sometimes.
It's not a walk in the park.
No, it's not. But despite all that, Christ's message is for everyone.
For everyone. That's powerful.
It is. It's an invitation to a deeper, more authentic way of life.
But it's not easy.
It's not. It requires honesty, self-reflection, and a willingness to really grapple with these difficult ideas.
So it's not about like checking off boxes or following rules blindly.
It's about letting these teachings transform you.
Transform you, yeah. I was thinking about this, and I remember that quote.
Oh, which one?
The tyrant dies, and his rule is over. The martyr dies, and his rule begins. Powerful, right?
That's such a good one. It really gets at this idea that true strength comes from vulnerability.
From being willing to stand up for what you believe in.
Exactly.
Great
Even
saying.
when it costs you something.
And I think that's something we can all like take away from this.
Absolutely.
We might not all be called to be martyrs, but we can all, strive to live with that kind of conviction.
That authenticity.
That authenticity, yes.
Yeah, in a world that's constantly trying to like put us in these neat little boxes.
Put us in boxes, yes.
Kierkegaard is saying, no, embrace the complexity.
Embrace the messiness.
The messiness, exactly.
Yeah, it really gives us a lot to think about.
He does.
It's amazing how relevant his ideas still are today.
I know, right? Like, it's a 19th century book, but it speaks to us right now.
Right now, yeah.
It's timeless.
It is. Well, on that note, I think we'll leave it there for today.
Lots to ponder.
Lots to ponder indeed. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
And to all our listeners out there, keep thinking, keep questioning.
Keep practicing.
Keep practicing, exactly.
And maybe, just maybe, you'll stumble upon a truth that sets you free.
Beautiful. Until next time.